I came here tonight to play chess. A game of chess is like a sword fight. You must think first, before you move.
On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style.
I'd like to try your Wu-Tang style. Let's begin then.
All right, so let's go with the queen. So the queen is a combination of the two pieces that we just finished. So before we did the bishop and we did the rook. So if you take that bishop and rook and you combine it together, you make one super piece. The rook and bishop combination will be the queen. All right, so again, the queen is a combination of the rook and the bishop. All right, so the queen goes diagonally like the bishop, and it goes horizontally and vertically like the rook. And there you have the queen. The same rules apply. As many squares as you want in a straight line. If you take a piece, that's the end of the move. You can't jump over any pieces. You can't go through any pieces and keep going. So the same rules of the bishop and rook. And so queens, diagonal, vertical, and horizontal. And can the queen capture the pawn in one move? So again, the queen moves diagonal, vertically, horizontally and vertically. So here, this pawn is okay. So that answer will be no. The queen capture in one move. The queen moves diagonally, just like the bishop. So that will be a yes. The queen will move here and capture. Can the queen capture the pawn in one move? Let's look at the diagonal and the vertical. Okay, so this pawn is okay. This queen can't touch it, not in one move. And the queen capture the pawn in one move. Look at that diagonal. Okay, it's a straight line towards it, so that will be a yes. And the queen capture the pawn in two moves. All right, so let's look at some options, because we do have options. We can go 1, 2. 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 Okay, and I believe that's it. So you can pick any of those. Oh, did I say this one? 1, 2. Okay. Lots of ways. 2 moves. Let's see if we can capture 2 moves. So 1, 2. That's 1. Okay. 1, 2. I wouldn't do this 2. You do this, the pawn can capture. We'll talk about pawn moves later. Go 1, 2. Okay. I might have left out something, but we got plenty of ways we can capture that pawn in 2 moves. Again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, we got a lot of ways. Okay. 2 moves. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's go 1, 2. Click on all the pawns the queen can capture. So let's look at the vertical lines, look at the horizontal lines, look at the diagonal lines, and see if anything is in this queen's path. All right, so 1, 2, and I believe that is it. Okay. Pawns, the queen can capture. Diagonals, verticals, and horizontals. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, what pawns can the queen capture? Look at the diagonals again. The verticals and the horizontals. Boom, boom, and okay. So that's it. Oh, wait a minute. Got that one. All right, so that's it. Click on all the pawns the queen can capture. Boom, 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 boom. Can't capture itself. Oh, we're capturing everything on this one. Vertically, horizontally, diagonally, diagonally. All right, that's it for the queen. All right, welcome back, welcome back. Not sure how I'm gonna edit this, but we might run on, we might do a new video. So however you are watching it, you are here with me again. And here we are going on into the night. So here's the night, but it's daylight. But we're going to the night. You see what I did there? Ha ha. All right. Click each square the white knight can move to. So the knight, let's talk about the knight's movement first. The knight moves in an L position. You can think of it as 1, 2, and turn. So it's going to move 2 squares and then turn. 2 squares and turn. Okay, 2 squares and turn. So from that position, the knight can move to all those destinations. All right, and with the knight, it doesn't matter what pieces are between. The knight can actually jump over pieces. The only square that matters is the destination square. So on that destination square, there can't be one of your pieces there, or that's it. So if one of your pieces is there, then you can't move there. But if one of the opponent's pieces is there, yes, that's where you will be capturing. So if you had an opponent's piece right here, you will capture on that square. That would be the end of your move.
David Sullivan with the knight and how to use it. This is a white knight. You begin the game with 2 white knights. A knight moves in an L shape, like from here, D4, the knight goes 1, 2, and then 1. Notice the letter L. But this L can be backwards, 1, 2, 1 in this direction, or it can kind of be sideways and upside down. The knight always goes 1, 2, and then it turns. 1, 2, and then it turns. 1, 2, and then it turns. The knight, for instance, could get from F1 on the first rank all the way over here in 4 moves. It could go up 2 and turn, up 2 and turn, up 2 and turn, and then it could go to the side 2 and turn, reaching the other side of the board. The knight has one special power. It can jump. So even if the knight were, say, surrounded by these black pawns who we'll kind of use as targets here, the knight can jump over the pawns. Like it could go jump 1, 2, jumping over this pawn on E4, and then turns, landing on F5. From F5, it could go 1, 2, jumping over these 2 squares, landing on the E3 square. Whatever you land on in chess, you capture. From E3, the knight could go up 2, 1 to the side, landing on the pawn on D5, or it could go to the side 2, jumping over these 2 pawns, landing on the pawn on C4. Move, move, turn. Move, move, turn. So move, move, turn, we capture the pawn. Move, move, turn, jump, jumping over the pawn, capturing a pawn. Jumping over the pawn, jumping over the E3 square, landing on E4, capturing it. Jump, jump, capture, jump, jump, capture, jump, jump, capture, and then finally jump, jump, captured. At the beginning of a game of chess, the only pieces that can move are the pawns, who block everybody else, and the knights, who can jump over the pawns.
Now, I've been playing chess for a long time, and even in my games today, when I'm playing, I still trace with my finger sometimes during the game, especially an opponent's knight, trying to see where that knight could possibly go next before I make my move, because that knight can be very tricky in its movements. It can attack more than one square at a time. As you see, this knight actually controls 8 squares from the center. So you really have to watch out of where that knight is going. I've seen many players, including myself to this day, still get caught by this mighty knight. So just watch out for it when you're playing. Okay, give you a couple seconds again. All right, boom, 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 and that's it. Okay, click each square the white knight can move to. So you're gonna do your 2 in turns again. So 2 in turn, 2 in turn, 2 in turn, 2 in turn. Okay, nothing else over here. All right, that's it for the night. Let me go ahead and close this out and we'll go to the next piece. Looks like we're doing pawns next. Yes, we are. So, all right, so far we've done rook, bishop, queen. We've done rook, bishop, queen, knight. Yeah, it's time to push forward. So we're getting close. We'll look at the king and rook combos. We'll look at the castling moves. The en passant I've already uploaded for you. And we're wrapping this thing up. So I'll see you next class or once I reset this screen. All right, peace.
We saw them practicing with each other. Their kung fu is first class.